Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Almost Serious Show. I'm your host, Munib Hamid. Tonight, we're serving the news with a twist of sarcasm so strong it might just burn your tea. From Afghanistan cricketers dodging rats and harassment in India, to Karachi Police turning sightseeing into interrogation, to India's ego tantrums over maps, we've got it all. We'll run through SNGPL's gas roulette that turns kitchens into obstacle courses, roast the Afghan Taliban for banning education at home while sending daughters abroad. Witness cow vigilantes turning vacations into survival games, and watch Khabib Nurmagomedov, the famous MMA fighter, dodge or maybe ignore the Bollywood selfies like a pro. So buckle up, the news is real, but our reactions almost serious. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Almost Serious Show. Let's start it off. Maps, gifts, and geopolitical. Yeah, so let's start from India. India wants to become the big boss of South Asia, y'all. Known so-called Modi Sarkar. Yeah, that's cute. You mean the country that can't even organize a cricket team's hotel without rats showing up wants to run the entire neighborhood. Ha ha ha. Ambition is one thing, but control everything inside. That's bold and hilarious. Bangladesh's Muhammad Yunus gifted a map to Pakistan's General Sahir Shamshad Mirza, and the map shows India's Assam and Northeast as part of Bangladesh. Yes, India, a gift. And yes, the map basically says, by the way, your backyard is not really yours anymore. And India's reaction? Classic. The country that, fancies itself big boss of South Asia suddenly realizes some borders aren't negotiable and their ego is bruised. And the Indian Prime Minister, the strong Prime Minister India, he has been dodging all international events just to avoid meeting Trump or the Pakistani leadership. The latest ASEAN summit being held, it was in Malaysian. India hosted ASEAN summit being held in Malaysia, and there was no Indian. Let's talk about the Taliban hypocrisy. Ban home, luxury abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the Afghanistan, specifically the Taliban, the guys who ban girls from school, restricts women's education, and lectures everyone about morality, yet their own daughters are living the high life abroad. Yes, not in Afghanistan, not in a jail, abroad. Yes, luxury lifestyles, Ivy League degrees, football practice, medical schools, basically everything. They deny to women, they rule. The Supreme Leader, Haibatullah Akhundzada's daughters, studying in London, living lavishly. Taliban Health Minister Qalandar Ebad bans women from studying medicine in Afghanistan, but his daughters practicing doctors abroad. Sher Muhammad Abbas Stanekzai publicly advocates for girls' schools. Meanwhile, his daughter's already done with her medical degree in Doha. Suhail Shaheen, his daughters are graduating from universities in Qatar like it's a casual Sunday brunch. Meanwhile, Afghan girls at home, sorry, ladies, you can't go to school because we want to defame Islam, because we are on an agenda to eradicate and to insult Islam, and we blame it all on Islam, that Islam does not allow education. Islam allows education and it commands education. The first revelation was Iqra, which meant read and write, and that was not only for men. You people from the Stone Age. Wow. So as earlier I was talking about the Australian women cricket, now let's have the story in detail. The Australian women's cricket team went to India, every time a foreign team goes to India, it feels less like a tour and more like a survival challenge. Forget man of the match. 2 Australian women cricketers were reportedly followed and harassed in Indore. They came for cover drives and ended up learning self-defense. At this point, the players should just wear helmets everywhere, not for the cricket balls, but for the locals. And as usual, the official statement says, police are investigating. Oh, really? That's code for we'll file the report right after the next century. Cricket Australia said the matter is being handled. Yeah. And that's what the problem was, being handled. It's crazy. India can organize a whole World Cup, but can't organize basic safety for the people playing in it. Hospitality shouldn't come with a disclaimer, welcome to India. You might get raped or followed, but not the Instagram kind. And just when they thought it couldn't get worse, a rat shows up at the dinner. Like, excuse me, is this seat taken? The players are literally jumping on chairs while the staff is chasing the rat like it's Virat Kohli running after a lost review. It's wild. India's hosting a World Cup but can't host a team dinner without wildlife joining in. Somewhere the rat is like, bro, just came to celebrate India's hospitality. They said all guests are welcome. And at this point, Australians, should get player off the mat just for, surviving the tour. Forget batting averages. Let's check who lasted longest without a health inspection. Thank God the Indians don't invite the cows over for the hospitality and ask them to, instead of wine or instead of any soft drink, have a, cow piss drink. Oh my God. Wow. Karachi Police really need a new slogan because to serve and protect clearly got lost somewhere. Between arrest and autopsy, a 16-year-old boy came from Bahawalpur just to see Karachi, the city of lights, and ended up seeing the inside of a police lockup. For sightseeing, he probably expected Clifton Beach, not a full interrogation package. And when he died in custody, the response was textbook. Suspend a few officers, start an inquiry, and wait till everyone forgets. Karachi Police treat inquiries like New Year resolutions. Big talk for 2 weeks, then back to business. Every time there's a case like this, they say we're investigating. Investigating what? Themselves? For killing a minor? That's like asking a thief to check who stole your wallet. And the irony, he came to Karachi for fun. Imagine the brochure. Welcome to Karachi, beaches, biryani, and now brutality and murder. This isn't law enforcement anymore. It's performance art. They arrest tourists, torture citizens, and then call it special investigations. Yeah, special, all right, because no one survives it. The saddest part, ladies and gentlemen, is people aren't even shocked anymore. It's become a normal. It's like crime and corruption are so common, they've become part of Karachi's skyline, right next to the billboards. And this has become a trend, and this has become normalized by the people of Pakistan, by the state of Pakistan, by the politicians, by everyone. It is sad. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistanis rejoice, winter is here, which means it's time for the SNGPL, which means in translation, the Gas Olympics. Forget gyms, forget dieting, just running to the kitchen for 3 precious hours of gas will give you a full cardio. Yes, the SNGPL has blessed us with the 2025 winter gas schedule. 5:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. for breakfast and existential dread. 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. for lunch and panic cooking. 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. for dinner and quietly plotting your revenge on your landlord. Outside these windows, darkness, cold, and culinary despair. Your stuff turns into sculpture. Your kettle becomes a paperweight. Your shower, congratulations, you've just unlocked the ice bucket challenge. Level Karachi. They call this fair distribution, yeah, because nothing says fairness like everyone freezing, starving, and diming their lives around gas like it's a nuclear launch code. So now this story is from Jammu and Kashmir. Welcome to Kathua, Jammu and Kashmir, where your vacation comes with a free cow vigilante attack. That's right. A Christian tourist bus was stopped and harassed, accused of, wait for it, religious conversions. And the police, busy, doing extremely nothing, like Modi is at the moment. 8 officers got suspended for watching chaos like it was a live cricket match. Finally, the main attacker got arrested, but only after turning the streets into a personal stage. Imagine going sightseeing and suddenly needing riot shields with your sunscreen. Forget mountains. The real attraction is surviving street justice, Indian style. At this point, tourists aren't sightseeing anymore. They're auditioning for Survivor Kathua edition, where your travel guide is a vigilante and the police are optional extras, not required. And this one is the best story that I've had. So, Bollywood. So here is the latest from Khabib Nurmagomedov, the MMA legend, just casually declined a selfie with Bollywood actor Varun Dhawan. Yes, you heard that right. Varun walks up smiling, hand out, thinking, hello, let's make a cutie photo. And Khabib, one handshake, then straight back into the crowd like he just dodged a flying kick. And we can say Varun saying, sir, one selfie, sir, one selfie, sir, one selfie. And Khabib is like, get lost. This is so good. Indians online lost their minds. How dare he not take a selfie? Calm down. Khabib's not at the Oscars. He's at the UFC 321, surrounded by hundreds of screaming fans. Taking selfies with every actor would be like fighting 15 opponents at once. And the funniest part is people like Khabib owes anyone a picture, bro. He's an MMA fighter, not a selfie wandering machine. Imagine asking Shaheen Afridi for a selfie mid-match. Same energy if you want a picture with a legend. Maybe don't block his way during a UFC event, or at least bring a stunt double for the selfie. So much going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is all for tonight. The Almost Serious Show. Remember, folks, if the world doesn't make sense, at least we can laugh at it and maybe think a little harder while we do. I am Munib Hamid, and this was the Almost Serious Show, where the news is real, but the reactions, well, almost serious. Stay sarcastic, informed, and don't forget, sometimes surviving the news is the real man of the match. I'm Munib Hamid, signing off from the Almost Serious Show. Stay smart, stay sarcastic, and always stay almost serious, which is quite impossible, isn't it? Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.